guys, how are we? Welcome back to the video. Today we're discussing 400cc motorcycles versus the 600cc. Now I just had a bit of time off work. I just went to see if I could test ride a Harley Davidson Street 500, and they didn't have any demos, or hardly any stock, should I say, at the moment in Australia. But yeah, so that was a bit disappointing. Couldn't ride one for you guys, but hopefully we get some more test rides coming soon. Hopefully I can ride an MT-07 soon. I'm lining up. I just got to find stock and a demo. So yeah guys, that's pretty exciting. Alright, let's get into the video guys. So first things I want to talk about is, and for everyone out there buying a first motorcycle, or they're looking at their second, or whatever the case is, I want to talk about the power issue. So, one of the biggest things, we talk about is the difference in power compared to compared to a sort of a Husqvarna 401 that I rode, or a KTM Duke 390, or a Ninja 400. So there's lots around that 400cc mark, and that's kind of where you go to now. You either go, I think this is the way back, you either go for around that 400, or you go up to one of these 600s, and it's normally restricted, which has its ups and downs. So I've only owned one other bike that was under 600cc. I owned a VTR 250, being a V-twin 250. It was a great little bike. I commuted on it for work for a little while, about 30 kilometers each way, a bit of freeway, and it did the job. It was a bit gutless on the freeway. It struggled quite a lot. But that said, it still got up to speeds. It still would sit on 110, no problem. So yeah, it was still a great bike. It just didn't quite have the same torque and power of these. So it's interesting because obviously these bikes have got more power because they're bigger displacement, but because of the other bikes, because how light they are, most of them, they actually feel just as fast, if not quicker. That being said, the torque is never there. So even your Duke 390s and stuff like that actually have quite a lot of torque, they're very light. They'll pop the front wheel in, first and second gear. They still don't have the torque that this bike has once you get up to third and fourth gear, or even into fifth. Sixth on this bike is kind of runs, because it's restricted by the throttle, it kind of runs out of puff. It just doesn't really build the revs. But so that's where you'll notice the biggest difference is in that third and fourth gear. So when you roll on, you'll feel that instant torque, where on a lower cc it'll roll on, but it doesn't give you a bigger push. So that's really the biggest thing. Like first and second gear on a Duke 390, a Husqvarna, the one that I rode the other day, they all have the same sort of feeling in those first couple of gears as this. It's just once you get up into the gears is where you really start noticing it. So yeah, that's basically it on power. Now, the other thing that I really want to touch on with these bikes is obviously the fit and finish. So, for me, the closest bike that has come to that awesome fit and finish of like the Ducati or the Triumph is actually the Husqvarna that I rode. The fit and finish on that bike is incredible. It is a Euro spec now in the ones here in Australia, so you know you are going to get that little bit higher premium of fit and finish, even though that bike is stupidly cheap. It's $7,000 right away. Like, it's incredible. Such a great bike. I can't say enough about that bike. I'll stick my video up right now for you to click on. Go check it out, because it is the review that I did. It is such a good bike. So that's the main difference with those bikes, is just, like the Duke 390, the reason why I wouldn't get one of those, is just that fit and finish just isn't quite there for me. It's getting better, but it's still not quite there. I just wish it had a little bit better feeling. It just feels a bit plasticky. But yeah, they're definitely getting there. Like the Ninja 400s, definitely, they've come a long way as well from obviously the back in the day when they had the Ninja 250. It's getting a lot better. But yeah, it's just still not there. Oh, I didn't know there was tennis courts here. So yeah, it's a shame, because they're great little bikes. Just for me, they just don't feel, the quality just isn't there. But nonetheless, great bikes, great bike. The other thing is obviously the components. So, like, this has Brembos. The stopping power on these is phenomenal. Is great for this price, and same as the Triumph. So they had Nissan calipers, but they're really, really good quality. And obviously the suspension in these, I don't know exactly what's in this one, but like the Triumph had, I think, Showa. I might be wrong there, but it feels more put together. Like even just doing, side to side like this, it just feels, plush. It feels like a big bike, where the little ones tend to struggle. They just feel a bit like a toy in some regards. And obviously, the other thing that makes a huge difference as well, I believe, is the tyres. Quality of tyres, and also the size of the tyres. So like those, these bigger ones have, like I've got a 160 rear tyre size on this bike. I had a 180 on my Triumph. And it just feels like even on the freeway, you feel a lot more sort of planted and not as sketchy. Like on the smaller ones, like when I had my VTR 250, even though the power was there on the freeway, it was fine, but it just didn't feel as planted. It felt like, every little bump, it'd wobble, and where this bike, actually this one isn't as good as the Triumph with the 180. The 180 felt really planted, but yeah, this one feels good, but yeah, it'd be better with a 180. I think the new Ducati 659 actually has a 180, I think. But yeah, it does make a difference. All these little things I've come to sort of understand over the years. I've had quite a lot of bikes, so I do have fairly good knowledge across all the Lambs bikes. I've ridden most of the Lambs bikes now, and yeah, so that's basically my opinion, guys, on everything. So yeah guys, that's really where I wanted to go with this video. I really hope you guys are enjoying the content. You guys have been awesome. I'm nearly at 95 subscribers now, so really appreciate the support. So please keep it up guys, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to continue to make videos each week, so stay tuned for lots of videos. And yeah guys, thanks for watching and ride safe. Thanks guys.